Welcome, friends, and thanks for joining us for another dive here at Dad and Lad Scuba. Hi, I'm Bob, and on today's dive, I'm joined by Trey the Lad and my good buddy Tom. For today's dive, we will be going back once again to Door County, Wisconsin. This is up the peninsula, north and a little bit east of Green Bay, Wisconsin. This is one of my favorite places in Wisconsin to go diving because it's a peninsula surrounded by water. Pebble Beach is a beautiful white sand beach that has very easy access and is a dive that can be conducted by any open water diver with a buddy. No need for a guide or complicated dive service. If we zoom in here to Street View, you can see that this is a narrow lane road that has driveways, so avoid parking in front of somebody else's drive. But you can park along the road here and set up for an easy entry. So you can see this is Pebble Beach Road. It's just a simple, narrow 2-lane road down to the beachfront. So let's be honest here. Door County, Wisconsin is beautiful. The water's beautiful. The diving's fun. But this isn't the tropics. We're not going to see big schools of beautiful fish or gorgeous coral reefs with hard and soft coral. But what we will find are nice underwater structure at this location. You'll see the smallmouth bass are friendly and interested in who we are and what we're doing in their world. Good place to search for boat anchors and find other treasures you'll see later on in this dive. I pick up a big oar that somebody lost out here. And like I said, there's some neat underwater structure you might find a fishing lure or two on. But this is a great place for somebody who just needs to get wet. Maybe you have a tropical vacation coming up and you got to go and just get your sea legs back, right? Go out there, work on some of your basic skills, get your buoyancy and your trim down. This is a nice shallow dive. Maybe you just recently got certified and you just need to practice. You need someplace nice, easy to go, not expensive, not complicated, not a boat, not a charter, things like that. This is a wonderful location for that. Also check out my video on the Fleet Wing, which is another great location also in Door County where you can go and have an enjoyable dive, see a reasonable amount of structure and things. As you can see, there's tons of gobies you'll see some large smallmouth bass as you see here, a couple of interested parties. This one actually has something weird growing on it, and you'll see it has a wound or a sore on one side of it. You can see it there. So I don't know if he's been fighting or scratching on the rocks, got a fungus. I don't know what this guy's got going on, but as you can see, they're curious. He wasn't too worried about what I was going to do. But all in all, a really fun, like I said, easy to walk in. You saw the big pebbles and that on the beach. So nice, easy entry to a relatively shallow dive. I think if you get to 25 feet, you will have found the deepest spot in this little bay, or at least in the part that we explored. We entered straight out from Pebble Beach from the road there. We went in, swam down, probably dropped down to about 10, maybe 15 feet. And then we followed a little edge kind of to the west there. And that took us out. We found a underwater structure wall, maybe an old pier crib or something. So we followed that pier crib out. That's where we were seeing that log structure before. We went out quite a ways there. Believe everybody here was diving steel 100s. And if I recall correctly, I think we had about an hour dive out here. So pretty cool. Like I said, nice and shallow, but nice way to go have a nice long dive, practice some of your skills, stay relaxed, and just blow some bubbles. Do what scuba divers do when they're not in the tropics or diving some awesome wreck somewhere or something like that. So really wanted to make this video to encourage people that are new into diving. This is a place where you can go and have a nice enjoyable dive and practice your skills. I think a lot of people wait till they get to the tropics or get someplace like that to go get a dive. Many times they show up and just haven't dove in a while. They're out of practice. They're not used to configuring their gear. Well, this is a great way to look like you've done it in the past year when you show up on that tropical dive. And as we come up here, you'll see my treasure that I find. Here's the ore that I pick up and take out with me. One of the neighboring landowners was very happy that I was not interested in keeping this ore, and they claimed it as a decoration for their cottage really quickly. So pretty cool thing there. And then as we come to the end, you'll see we start to surface, and we had Tom's wife on the beach, and she's filming some kids, and they're pretty happy to see us come up. They thought this was pretty neat, so I thought I'd leave it in the video. I have to admit here that after we climbed out of the water in these two little guys' eyes, I was as cool as I've been in a long time. They just thought what we were doing was pretty neat. We tried to be nice and talk to them, tell them a little bit about diving, maybe pique their curiosity, and one day they may follow in the footsteps and take up diving. So quite possibly created the next generation of divers with our very basic dive here. But like I said, we were probably as cool as we've been in a long time. I know I was. So I appreciate your time. You can see I'm carrying out the prized ore there, the underwater trophy. So got a little cleanup. We didn't find any boat anchors or anything else on this specific dive. Trey did a couple of barrel rolls there for us on video and kept the buoy to keep us safe from boat traffic. Make sure they knew where we were. Here's what buddies do. Help brace their friends while they take off their fins in the shallows, especially on these pebbles. Well, it's a relatively easy entry and exit. They do move around a little bit underfoot. So, all right, everyone. Well, thanks for joining us for another dive. Stay safe and hope to see you again.